But as the men remembered their sons, theirs began to roll down from their years.
35, you will recite this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over 39.
39?
Chapter 39.
Oh, okay. Continue, Rohan Prabhu, sorry.
13.
Because of an increase of affection, the cows had constant attachment, even to those cows that were grown up and had stopped sucking milk from their mothers.
It's alright.
When Baldev saw this attachment, he was unable to understand the reason for it, and thus he began to consider as follows.
What is this wonderful phenomenon? A faction of all the inhabitants of Vraja, including me, towards these boys and cows is increasing as never before. Just like our affection about Krishna, the super soul of all living.
Who is this mystic power? And where has she come from? Is she a demigod or a demoness? He must be the illusionary energy of my master, Lord Krishna. For who else can bewilder me?
Thinking in this way, Lord Balrama was able to see with the eye of transcendental knowledge that all the calves and Krishna's friends were expansions of the form of Shri Krishna.
Lord Baladeva said, O Supreme Controller, these boys are not great demigods as I previously thought, nor are these calves great sages like Narada. Now I can see that you alone are manifesting yourself in all varieties of difference. Although one, you are existing in the different forms of the calves and boys. Please briefly explain this to me. Having thus been requested by Lord Baladeva, Krishna explained the whole situation, and Baladeva understood it.
Text number 35. Rajasya Ramaha Premadher Vikshyat Kanthayam Anukshanam Muktastaneshvapeteshvapi Hetuvid Achintayat
Rajasya Rama Premadhe
Second.
Vikseva Kantayam Anukshanam
Muktastane swapatyeshvapi
Mukta Swapati
Ahetu with Achityat.
Ahetu Vidachintayat
Rajasya Rama Premadhe
Vikshaya Kanthayam Anukshanam.
Vikshayo Kanthayam Mukshasthaneshvateshvapi
Ahetu with Achitayat.
Ahetu Vidachintayat Rajasya Rama Premadhe Shish
Vikshayot Kanthayam Anukshanam
Vikshayo Kanthayam Anukshanam
Muktastane swapeteshvapi
Muktastaneshvapetasvi Ahetu Vidachintayat Char.
Word to word together, please. Rajasya Rama
Balarama Premadhe
Because of the increase of affection, Vikshaya, after observing all Kantha, attachment, constantly, Muktastaneshu, who had grown up and were no longer drawing milk from their mothers, Apateshu, in regard to those calves, Api, even, Ahetu with, not understanding the reason, Achintaya, begin to consider as follows.
Translation. explanation altogether, please.
Because of an increase of affection, the cows had constant attachment even to those calves that were grown up and had stopped sucking milk from their mothers. When Balneva saw this attachment, he was unable to understand the reason for it, and thus began to consider as follows.
Purport, anybody?
The cows had young calves who had started sucking milk from their mothers, and some of the cows had newly given birth. But now, because of love, the cows enthusiastically showed their affection for the older calves, which had left off milking.
Thank
This-
you. Multiple.
From where side?
This cows are
These calves were grown up, but still the mothers wanted to feed them. Therefore, Balram was a little surprised and he wanted to inquire from Krishna about the reason for their behavior. The mothers were actually more anxious to feed the older cows, although the new calves were present, because the older calves were expansions of Krishna. These surprising events were taking place by the manipulation of Yog Maya. There are two Mayas working under the direction of Krishna: Mahamaya, the energy of the material world, and Yoga Maya, the energy of the spiritual world.
Thank you. Sir, Prabhu.
These uncommon events were taking place because of the influence of Yoga Maya. From the very day on which Brahma chose the cows and boys, Yoga Maya acted in such a way that the residents of Vrindavan, including even Lord Balram, could not understand how Yoga Maya was working and causing such uncommon things to happen. But as Yoga Maya gradually acted, Balram in particular was able to understand what was happening, and therefore he inquired from Krishna.
This is one of my favorite pastimes because whenever somebody argues about Krishna, if he's Supreme Personality of Godhead or not, then always give example of this pastime. That is Brahma, who's made of mind, who's made of intelligence. If he cannot understand, then how we can? So this is the go-to example that you can give if somebody is not understanding who Krishna is or his position. I noticed that there is this word Utkandhyam, it means attachment. There is a very beautiful verse in Canto 3, Chapter 2, verse number 1, where Vidur and Uddhav, imagine both great yogis, they are discussing. And what they are discussing? Any guesses? Sharubad describes that if there are two businessmen, they will be discussing about business. If there are two teachers, they will be discussing about what's going on in the world. So there are two devotees, what they are discussing?
Krishna.
They are discussing about Krishna. And in that verse, this Utkandhyam comes. The verse goes like, Uddhav and Vidur, yes. So Vidur asked Uddhav about Krishna. So how he replied, how Uddhav replied, and how he asked, first of all. He said, verse 3 to 1. Canto 3, 3 to 1, yes. Iti bhagavataha prishtah kshatravartam priyashrayam. Iti Bhagavat, Vidur is known as Bhagavat. Iti bhagavataha prishtah. He is questioning. Who? He is questioning kshatravartam priyashrayam. Vidur is questioning Uddhava, and they are having varta, they are having talk. And what happened when he questioned? Iti yuktas kshatravartam priyashrayam. Can you pull that verse up? Prativaktum nachutseha autakandhyam. This autakandhyam smariteshwara. Prativaktum, we cannot say immediately about Krishna. We cannot discuss immediately. Why? Autkandhyam. His eyes became filled with tears and his voice choked. Autkantya. He was very attached to Krishna. Translation. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Translation.
Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, when the great devotee Uddhava was asked by Vidura to speak on the message of the dearest Lord Krishna, Uddhava, unable to answer immediately due to excessive anxiety at the remembrance of Lord.
Yes, how beautiful. Very beautiful verse. I just remember this part of the class. So yes, when I got this class, there's a section where who is giving the class, they're suggesting like what to speak on. Okay, this is the topic and what to speak on. My topic was, okay, this is happening in the verse and everybody is getting very excited, and you have to speak on Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. Like, it's such a small topic for me with limited knowledge. So I was thinking what to speak. Very difficult. But so as you can see here, Yoga Maya. Prabhupada described in one of the purports that yoga means union. So whenever Yoga Maya acts in pastimes of Krishna, it ends up uniting the devotees and the Lord. There are a lot of instances where we can see devotees falling down, or as if looking like they're falling down in material world, in today's world also, and in Srimad Bhagavatam also. And you will notice that is not actually fall down, that's Yoga Maya. Example, Parikshit Maharaj, he was going and he was not regarded as king by a saint. So, anybody know what he did? He put snake as a garland to that saint. So, in one instance, you will see that, wait a minute, is he a devotee? Even we will not do this. So, in one instance, you will see that devotee is doing unbelievable things which they should not do. But what happened to him? Yoga Maya was acting, not Mahamaya. And what happened? He was reunited to Krishna, back to Krishna. He gave us Bhagavatam. So, Yoga Maya acts when it comes to devotee. In this case also, Lord Brahma, in one instance, Prabhupada says again and again that don't think that Brahma is very jealous of Krishna, Brahma cannot understand. It's Yoga Maya. It's Yoga Maya which is acting through Brahma and making him bewildered. Even Balram got bewildered. What to say of Lord Brahma? And what happened when Yoga Maya acts with Brahma? It ends up uniting Brahma and then Govinda, Madi Purusham. We all hear that. So this is the quality of Yoga Maya. It will take you closer to Krishna. No matter, sometimes you feel that I'm bewildered. And some situations where you feel that it's very difficult to handle, or if as we are fallen down, something happened. But if that thing end up uniting us to Krishna, that means it was Krishna's mercy and Yoga Maya was acting on us, not Mahamaya. Mahamaya will take us away from Krishna, not Yoga Maya. And also, in the pastime of Lord Indra, it is seen that Yoga Maya was acting, not Mahamaya, because it ended up reuniting all the Brajvasis. It ended up reuniting Indra and Krishna. Lord Indra got darshan of Krishna in that pastime. So in that pastime also Yoga Maya was acting. And I remember in Prabhupada's lecture, Prabhupada used this phrase that Maya is doing a thankless job. So this is what Prabhupada uses. I was hearing one Maharaj and he was saying that if you see somebody with tilak, please know for certain that he's been brutally kicked by Maya. It's not like nobody wears this tilak, they're so happy. So yes, Whenever you see this tilak, that means yes, some kicks. If you see kantimala, that means it was unbearable. You had to hear some kantimala, 2 rounds, 1 round, 2 rounds. And if you see 3 rounds, that means it was so unbearable. He was like, okay, Guru Maharaj, please help. So this is how Maya works. Yeah. She has a thankless job in her lives. And what does Mahamaya do? If you unite, Mahamaya is for the people who are not surrendered. Okay, you want to enjoy it, and Mahamaya. Everybody in this material world is in the influence of Mahamaya. But why anybody wants to be in the influence of Mahamaya? It is taking away. It is taking away. It's taking us away from Krishna. But why we want to be away from Krishna? Because Mahamaya is very pleasing. Mahamaya is very pleasing. Lot of instances, lot of prayers of Dhritarashtra, prayer of Kunti Maharani, prayer of Parikshit Maharaj. They will attach this word Maya for home, family, wife, children, body. They will attach this word, and you will see that how this Mahamaya is very pleasing. In prayers of Dhritarashtra, for example, 6:11:27. Here, Dhritarashtra is praying that please don't let me grabbed by this your Maya. And what he says, anybody knows the prayers?
This one?
Last. Yes. Tamashloka Janechu Satyam Samsar Chakre Brahmita Sukarmabhi. Mama, what he's asking in last of his verses, he's asking Mama Tamashloka Janechu Sakyam, please make your devotees my friends. Janechu Sakyam. Why? Because who am I? Samsar Chakre. I'm this material world coming again and again. Brahmita coming again and again. Swakarmabhi. By my own karma, I'm coming here. Tvanmayatma Atmajadargeshwar Asakta Chittasya Nanatha Bhuyat. Please don't let me get attached to body, children, wife. Because this is your Maya. This is your Maya. Devotees, they are fully aware of what Krishna's Maya is. In prayers of Kunti Maharani prayers 1:8:41. She also says the same thing, that we'll see. Translations. Anybody want to read translation? Yes.
O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please, therefore, serve my tie. Sever my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and the Vishnus.
Yes. She's also saying that please cut this tie from affection of many Pandus. I always think that Pandus are so pious, they're great devotees of the Lord, but still she's like, no, cut this attachment. I don't want. And, in Sanskrit you will see it is written Snehe Pash. The Pash, ropes, when you tie somebody. So cut these ropes. And but wait a minute. Now we're talking about Maya, and we're saying, okay, home is Maya, your car is Maya, your family is Maya, your children are Maya. But these are like how Maya talks in Maya is Maya. But what is Maya then? this is not Maya, not family members, they're not Maya, our friends, they're not Maya. In these verses, you will see one thing. What they are saying? Attachment to them is Maya. They are not Maya. Vritasu Tanmayatma Atmajidar Dehesh Asakt. I'm very attached. Overly, Prabhupada wrote overly attached. So over attachment to these things. This is Maya. Otherwise we will become Mayavadi. Okay, this is Maya, home is Maya, everything is Maya. This is the attachment to them is Maya. And here also Snehe Pash. I'm overly attached to Pandus and Vrishnis. Please don't let me. And one of the best verses, according to me, of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, when Parikshit Maharaj gets to know that he is getting cursed. It's 1:19:14, and he gets to know that he is getting cursed and he will die in 7 days. How he reacts? What he said? Yes. He said, Tasyev meghasya paravaresho vyasakta chittasya greheshva bhishanam nirveda mulo dvijashaparupo yatra prasakto bhayama shudhatte. Yes. He said, Tasyev meghasya paravaresho. A man like me, who is very degraded, and you are a great personality. Tasyev meghasya paravaresho vyasakt, again asakt, attachment. Vyasakt chittasya graheshva bhishanam. Oh, I'm overly attached to my household. And what you did by this curse, nirveda mulo dvijashaparupo, you came in the form of curse. How is taking the curse?
Blessing.
As a blessing, yes. Nirveda mulo dvijashaparupo yatra prasakto bhayama shudhatte. Yatra prasakto bhayama shudhatte means otherwise I would have been in fear. Bhayama shudhatte. That I would have been so much fear that if I would have had my strength in conquering these desires, these attachments, I would have never been successful. But you came as Dvijashaparupo, as the curse. So thank you so much that you're cutting this tie. Even though I'm afraid that my affection will be gone, but you're still cutting this tie. So thank you so much. It was his immediate reaction when he got to know that he's getting cursed. And there are 2-3 more verses, which is very beautiful. How devotees see reversals in life. If you wanna read a couple of verses more in your personal time, you can. How he reacts. I was very excited to know how Parikshit Maharaj would have reacted when he came to know about the curse. How a devotee reacts. So this is how he reacts. Very, very happy. Very, very happy. And he got, again, it will be a long story, but yes, he was very happy and very satisfied. So attachment to Krishna, this is attachment to the world. Not being in the world, not your family members, overly attached to them. This is Maya. And what is Brahma asks, what is your material energy? You're so spiritual. You're spiritual. You have a spiritual body. But what is this then? How this material energy comes from you? Vishnu replies that it's 2:9:34. Lord Brahma asks question, and Vishnu replies that there is nothing which is beyond me. Everything includes me. But if you see a thing devoid of me or not in relation with me, that's Maya. So you will see here translation. Anybody? Translation? You want to speak? Yes. Then
O Brahma, whatever appears to be of any value, if it is without relation to me, has no reality. Know it as my illusory energy, that reflection which appears to be in darkness.
yes. If you see devoid, That's why when we have family members, when we have friends, when we have children, when we have wife, seeing them in relation to Krishna, otherwise it will turn into Maya. So seeing them in relation with Krishna, that's how we can save ourselves from getting attached to them. And reading Srimad Bhagavatam is very nice. You should also read Srimad Bhagavatam. You will see how big kings, they are just leaving the world, and the verse that I shared of Parikshit Maharaj. You will hear the glories of Parikshit Maharaj, and I was like, wait, what? He has so many qualities, and it is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, when it comes to Parikshit Maharaj, that he had good values like Maharaj Yudhishthir. He had all the talents that Arjuna had. Imagine everything. So one of the qualities that was of Krishna, he had all those qualities and a lot of things. Glories of Parikshit Maharaj was like, oh my god. And what he's doing? Sitting in the banks of river with a kopin and just hearing Bhagavatam. We will have only, and we have some minute amount of quantities what Parikshit Maharaj had or Krishna has, and what we think, I can do something. Let me do something in my life. Let me just. And he had everything like just hearing Bhagavatam. I was like, whoa, who am I? I have just tiny bit of one of the qualities that Parikshit Maharaj has, and I was like, okay, I will conquer the world one day. This is me. I will conquer the world. And what he is doing? Hearing Bhagavatam, who has every quality. And who is speaking Srimad Bhagavatam? Yes, Sukadeva Goswami. So, speaker is also very, very important. Shri Sukadeva Goswami. And who is he? Because why is Sukadeva Goswami? And when you will hear his entry into the scene, discussing it, right? With you, I was discussing. Do you like this? With you? Yes, I love his entry. When everybody is there, when he got to know that he's leaving body in 7 days, Parikshit Maharaj went to the Ganges, banks of the Ganges, and he sat down there and he was like, okay, I will meditate on Krishna, I will leave my body. And then, of course, the person who brought this news, he didn't tell anybody that, I'm dying. Okay. Imagine, he had everything, Lord of world. He was Lord of the world. He was king of the world. And he was like, leave everything, just sit there for 7 days, I will leave my body. But the person who was responsible to give him the news, he told everybody in the entire city that our king, he's getting cursed, he's dying in 7 days. So all the great sages from heavenly planets, from the world, from everywhere, they got down and to have darshan of this great devotee. So everybody was there. Even Narad is top class devotees of Lord. He is okay. We will have darshan of this Raj Rishi and how let's learn from him how he's taking this reversal, and let's see what and they were like, okay, what you will do. So they were all sitting. Imagine thousands of rishis, they are just sitting there, and very exalted rishis. And one 16-year-old boy, he just comes there, and everybody gets up. 16-year-old boy, and there Narad Muni didn't get up. There were 3 people who didn't get up because it was his child, their child, right? But everybody else, they got up. 16-year-old boy with long hairs, and verse number 119:25. Tatra bhavat Bhagavan Vyas Putro. Bhagavan, he's great personality, and he entered the scene. Tatra bhavat Bhagavan Vyas Putro. Yadrachaya Gamatamanu Napeksha. Gam is just roaming here and there. Napeksha, disinterested in everything. Yadrachaya Gamatamanu Napeksha. Alakshalingo Nijalabhatushtu. Alakshalingo, he has hid his qualities. He's not advertising that, see, I'm a devotee, or he has hit all the qualities that he has. Nijala Tushto, very satisfied. Disinterested in the world, very satisfied in himself. Pratashya Bale Ravadhuta Vesha. And all the, when some medicine or some mad people, they come to our city, there are children who are making fun of him, surrounding him, and like, oh, who is this, and throwing stones and all. All the children and a couple of ladies, they were doing that. Pratashya Bale, kids, Avadhuta Vesha, seeing him naked, they thought, oh, mad person, very interesting, and they were disregarding him. And again, Sukadeva Goswami, the qualities of Sukadeva Goswami, then Bhagavata mentions how he looked, how handsome he was, with his, even collar, Bhagavata mentions the collarbone of Sukadeva Goswami, like what? Why do you mention collarbone? Like, amazing, his hands were long, his nose was like this, and all the ladies were there surrounding him. He was like, wow, so handsome. But he was like, Napeksha, very disinterested. And they thought he was just a common man or a mad person. But when he saw, Prabhupada mentioned in purport that when he saw, when those people, those ignorant people, they saw that everybody there got up. Wait a minute. He is great saint or something? He was king, our king got up, and our king is like, please give me some knowledge. And then they got some realization that they left him alone, that I think in the wrong place. So yes, Sukadeva Goswami is very disinterested. So this kind of person is chosen to speak Bhagavatam. That's why if you will read Bhagavatam, if you will read his realization, Bhagavatam is his realizations will be like him, disinterested and very satisfied in ourselves. Yesterday, Rajbalak Prabhu was leaving for India, and I was seeing him. One people called him, okay, can you give a Bhagavatam class? And he's like, no, I'm not. I cannot focus right now. I'm in India. I have to go to India. I cannot focus. So please let me just focus on all the things that I'm doing. And we were all seeing in ashram that he was on his phone every time, returning things, getting things, and again returning it, and again getting it. Late nights, he's like, okay, when I will come, I will do this, I will do this. So I was seeing him, and I didn't share this with him, but I was realizing that, see, his mind was already in India. Already, he was, I remember this word, Napeksha, disinterested. He was disinterested in every affair that is going in Bhakti Academy, everything, because he was completely transferred to India. It was just his body was here, and his mind, intelligence, everything was in India. So I was remembering that, just like this, pure devotees are like that. They are here, they are talking with us and all, but their mind, intelligence, they are already with Krishna, they're already in spiritual world. And I was hearing Vaishnav Prabhu, and he was saying that detachment, mature detachment, like for example here also Vrajbalak Prabhu, he didn't disrespect us. He was like, okay, my mind, everything is there, so whatever you say, it doesn't matter to me. So he was like, okay, Hare Krishna Prabhu, he was respecting us, he was not disregarding whatever you want to do, he was doing it, but still his mind was in India. So that's how pure devotees are. That whenever detachment is there, there is detachment, there is disinterest, but they will not disregard everything, they will not disregard their duties. They will still do it, but completely disinterested, completely detached from everything that what's going on. I also remember, so this is last example of Napeksha, this getting disinterested and detached from the world is, I mentioned the name Vaishnav Prabhu. When he came here, I was seeing him that whenever devotees come, whenever sadhus come, you have to see how they act. And when we went to airport to take him and to receive him, when he came outside, I was like, he'll talk about the weather, he'll talk about what's going on, how are you? And as soon as he landed, we saw him, he came close, he was like, this mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very important. hello, hi, Hare Krishna, straight up, nothing, what's going on. And here also, when he came here, when we dropped him here, he stand. So this is very important that we straight up, preaching, and he was in that mood. So reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we will get attached and detached at the same time. Attached to Krishna, attached to his services. Because the speaker is like that. We will get the same qualities. And you will see the love of Guru. I was seeing how he acts with the disciples. How Gurus they act. We have a Guru, he's Bhakti Swami Maharaj with us. How he acts with the disciples. He's attached and detached at the same time. If Subhadra Prabhu will bring one coffee or tea or something, thank you Subhadra, thank you so much. And I was like, oh, it will look like, he can't live without Subhadra Prabhu. Thank you, my God, can you make this for me? Can you make this for me? He's like, and gone, now he's gone, completely detached. And when he will come here, oh, please can you do something for me? Can you, completely attached and completely detached. Because he sees us in relation with Krishna. This is how we want to be with people. And that's the difference between human love, normal humans love, and when Guru loves us. That's why when Guru loves, it's very, very personal and it's very deep. And we know that my Maharaj is completely attached. No, I know he's completely detached because he's attached to Krishna. But still we love him, and this is because he is loving us in relationship with Krishna. And when humans, when normal people, they love in relationship with body. So yes, I think that's the last part of it. Yes. It's almost time. That's how everyone was attached to Krishna here in this verse. They couldn't figure out, Balaram couldn't figure out what's happening because Balaram said that they can only be attached to you. But why are they attached to their children? And then Krishna told him what's going on, that they are me. I am these people. They will be attached to Krishna and detached with the world. Like prayers of Queen Kunti, prayers of Dhritarashtra, almost every prayer, you will see that they are begging Lord that please increase my attachment to you and please detach me from this world. So with this, we should pray like this. Pray. Everybody's praying. So yes, this is the last resort. Prayers to get detached from the world and to get attached to Krishna. Thank you so much.
Very well.
Questions direct to any corrections?
Yes. So Prabhu, you were talking about how attachment to the family members is like Mahamaya, and you were also talking that Mahamaya seems like Mahamaya is very pleasing. I just want to add a little bit of one word there. Mahamaya is not pleasing, seems very pleasing.
Seems, yes.
It looks very appealing, looks very, what do you call it? Attractive, yes. Very. I forgot the word. When I was going to this center